diving deep into our wounds. Yet I will be ripped apart before I choose a side. Yet the shadow of glass beneath my feet cuts this godforsaken street. Why can't we make things disappear? Steal the poison from our tears. Oh, crooked crosses pinned on the walls. Slow destruction of our childhood homes. High illusions, they're seen no more, no Rocky crosses pinned on the walls. Slow destruction of our childhood homes. High illusions, they're seen no more, no
Why we're not on the screen? Yes, people, welcome back to another stream. Make sure you guys are smashing up the likes. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel as well if you're new. Let me see if I can get this focused a little bit better. It's because I've had to turn the light off, man, because my face is a little bit delicate after the sun. I was out in the sun in the chat, so the game's the game. Yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well. Smash the likes up real quick, man. Make sure you guys subscribe as well. In this stream today, we'll be chatting about random stuff. Also, I think there's a new ESPN video about our transfers or something as well. So if I can find the video, I'm pretty sure I've seen it yesterday. So I'll get the video up and then we'll go through that as well. And we'll just have a bit of a chat, man, and see what's going on, innit? But yeah, smash these likes up. Let's see what you guys are saying. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Leo. What you saying, bro? You got burned. Yeah, man. Honestly, it's bro. It's like 30 degrees today, you know. I was putting this table. My back's cooked. My back's cooked, man. It is. Haircut. And I've not had a haircut, bro. I've had to fucking do my hair weird in it because I've had to moisturize my face because my face was a bit burned. Big up Red Cat. Big up Boy G. Yo, Reese. Big up to you, bro. Big up Ryan. Charizard. What you saying? Big up. This is City. Big up to you. Big up Herbal. Ash. What you saying, bro? Big up Jewel. Big up Sam. Bro, touch grass. Yeah, we did touch grass. One voice. Big up Sam there. Have I talked about Severe Nepan? Nah. I just don't see the point, really, because, like, at the end of the day, yeah, like, is this guy even ever going to play for this football club? Like, real talk. Like, is he going to be one of these players that we sign, we loan out, and we never actually play? Like, at least Echeverry, like, had a couple of games, you know. Big up Keegan, big up Jay Stark, big up Miami, good to see you. Big up to MN. You guys have already out. Bro, why is everyone talking about Messi, man? Is he just done a madness? In fact, let me check on Reddit goals. What's he just done? Has he just cooked, chat? Why is everyone saying, oh, but you see Messi, you see Messi? No, I've not seen Messi. Yeah, a Messi free kick. Where is it? Where is it? Lionel Messi free kick. Yo, what the hell? Porto got beat. What? No way. As if Porto got beat, man. Oh, the thing's not working. Let me do it on Twitter. Is it a good free kick? Yeah. Pretty good free kick. Let me have a look now. Messi free kick. Copyright. Here we go. Let's have a look. That's disgusting, isn't it? That's such a good free kick, mate. I can't even lie. That is such a good free kick, mate. That is such a good free kick. Yeah, chat, look at this. Look at this free kick. I can show you this because it's someone took it from the from the phone. Guy's a joker, innit? Greatest player that's ever kicked a ball, in my opinion. Great, and I don't think it'll ever be beaten either, chap. I don't think it'll ever be beaten. Messi needs a real striker, bro. Yo, is Luis Suarez on the heavy side? Who was it the other day? Who was telling me the other day that Luis Suarez like is proper heavy, mate? Yeah. Pirtle flopped so many opportunities you can't leave Messi. Yo, serious. Is that Martin Fernandez play as well? Did Martin Fernandez play? Oh, nah. Did I see the comments about Pep made on Foden? Nah, I've not seen him. I'll have a look. I'll have a look. That's why he's the GOAT. Bro, he's the best player ever, man. Yo, Ronaldo's not even close to this guy. Just say fat LB. Is he the fat guy? Luis Suarez. His knees. Yeah, I've heard his knees are cooked as well. They should sign Tevez after that Soccer performance. I didn't watch it, man. He flopped. He played, yeah. Stinker and hooked. Rah. Rah, that's crazy, guys. Stinker and hooked, mate. Stinker and hooked. Nah, that's wild. As if. Let's have a look at some of these comments and then we'll come on to the ESPN thing as well. There's a video that I need to find the video about what they were saying, but there's a couple of videos that they did, I think, about City. So we'll have a look at some of them. And if there's any other videos you guys have seen, then we'll have a look at some of that as well. Big up Sam, man. Big up Lewis. Big up Cheryl. Pit over. Louise. Good to see you, man. LB if Costa there, he would have saved it. Liverpool willing to pay 175 million. Bro, these rumours about Isak are not going away, are they? You know what's mad? I've actually not seen any of the rumours. I've not seen any of them. But people keep on saying that it's actually like legit. It's actually legit. Oh, yeah, Liverpool are prepared to smash the British transfer record to sign Newcastle and Sweden striker Alexander Isak. Wow. Wowza. Okay, now. That's mad. That. Imagine if they get Verts and Isak, chat. How mad would that be? How mad would that be if they got them both? Shit. Yeah. Oh, by the way, City got fined 2 million as well, chat. City have been fined by the Premier League. Did you guys see this? And we're just constantly at war with the fucking Premier League, lads. We're just constantly at war with the Premier League. City were fined 2.9 million for the Premier League during the 2023-2024 season, accepting 22. Bro, why are we always warring, man? Why are we always warring? Can we not just go like a couple of months, maybe a year, without getting charged by the Premier League for breaking a set? Come on, man. What's going on here? I'm sick and tired of these rule breaking, man. I'm sick and tired of it. Oh, days. We got fined 40 grand for a 2-minute delay versus Southampton. Like, I don't even remember that, bro. I didn't watch along, yeah. I don't really ever remember like sitting there going, "Where's City? Like, why are we 2 minutes like over the thing?" I don't even know, chat. It's weird. We're just constantly fucking battling people, man. It's crazy. Martin Fernandez was playing in a back three, apparently. Oh, okay. Fairs. LB linked with Isak, end up with Osimhen. Same club whose fans claim they've got shit owners and stupidly tight budget, says Ashton. They got Ibrahim, man, says Messi still got it. Aye, bro. He's just a joker, innit? Honestly, man, like, if there's one thing that I could change about City, like our history, it would have been that Messi joined. You know, when we could have got him. And that, you know what's crazy about that is like Barcelona held him against his wishes. And then he ended up going to PSG, man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that would have been so good, man. If we could have got Messi, oh, bro, I can't even lie, man. That would have been so good. That would have just been like football completed. That would have been football completed, man. It would have been so cool if we could have got him. But yeah, Barcelona held him against their wishes. We've also signed back a bunch of young people for the academy. Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein. Apparently, these players are ballers, but who knows about them? They're all very young, 16, 15. Who knows, mate? Who knows? But yeah, people are saying they're meant to be ballers. Do you reckon we still got Haaland? That's a great question. Yeah, mate. I don't know. Because I think City were only going to get Messi if it was a free transfer, innit? So it would have just been the wages, which would have been a lot, obviously. It probably would have been 500 grand a week, but maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. What do you think? Be on mad weight. Yeah, it would have been on crazy, bro. It would have been at least $500,000 a week. But to be fair, maybe even more because what is it? A 50% tax rate in this country? What's the tax rate in? Tax rate. What top earning tax rate Spain? What's the top income tax in Spain? 47%. Oh, so it's basically the same. It's basically the same. Yeah, it's basically the same. First, yeah. The thing is, bro, like, how much was he on at Barca? How much was Messi earning at Barcelona per week? He was on 70 million a year plus bonuses. Plus bonuses? What do you mean? Plus fucking bonuses. 70 million divided by 52, yeah? It was on 1.3 million pounds before tax a week. So he was earning about £750,000 a week after tax, plus bonuses. Plus bonuses. That is insane. That's insane, bro. 700 grand a week. Chat. Imagine earning £700,000 a week. Bro, how do you even, like, bro? That's crazy, man. 700 grand a week. 700 grand a week. Bro. That's insane. Plus, it says here as well, yeah. On that contract, it was a 4-year contract. He also had 100 million euros in bonuses over the 4 years. So that's an extra 25 million a year in bonuses, which, let's be honest, he probably met, unless they were like trophies, because didn't they struggle in the last couple of years? But yeah, that's crazy, mate. I can't believe that. I didn't realize it was that much. You know what, as well? Oh, how much could he have got, chat, if he went to Saudi Arabia? Oh my god, bro. How much could he have got if he should have gone Saudi? He should have gone Saudi. How much money would he have got if he would have gone Saudi? Oh my, how much is Ronaldo on? How much is Ronaldo earning in Saudi Arabia? Remember, this is tax-free. Yeah, this is tax-free. He earned $550 million for a 2.5-year contract. So, what's that in pounds? 550 GBP. That's 400 million pounds for a 2.5-year contract. Right, so how do you do that? 52 divided by 2, 26, add 52. Add 52. So that's 130 weeks. 408 million divided by 130 weeks. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. No. No, 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 no. Nah. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it, bro. 3.1 million pounds a week. Tax free. Bro. Ronaldo. Okay, Mac. We're just chatting. We're just talking about cash in that. 3.1 million pounds per week. Fuck. That's insane. That is actually insane, isn't it? How many minutes in a week? 10,080, right? If we divide that by 10,000, 80 minutes, he earns £300 a minute. 300 quid a minute. Every minute. Every minute of every day, he earns 300 quid. That's just crazy, isn't it? Of every single minute. Every single minute. Bro, how much you reckon Messi would get? You reckon Messi would get more than Ronaldo? Because Messi's a better footballer than Ronaldo, yeah? Messi's a better footballer than Ronaldo. But I feel like Ronaldo is more like charismatic, and I reckon he might do more stuff like away from football in Saudi Arabia and that. What do you reckon? Do you reckon Messi would get paid more? Ronaldo has better PR. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, Ronaldo's more marketable. Clipped facts. I don't know if Messi would get better. No way, Messi is better than Ronaldo. Fuck it now. Oh my god, what we're doing here? Yeah, Ronaldo. I don't know if Messi would get paid more. I don't think he would, because he's not as marketable as Ronaldo. He's a better footballer, but he's not as marketable. Like R7, Ronaldo 7, CR7 is just like, it's just iconic. Like, bro, I don't even know what number Messi is. Is he 10? Messi 10. Messi 10 don't hit like that, innit? I low-key Turkey 10 hits harder than Messi 10. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know if that's a little shameless buzz. I can't even lie. Is it? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. But yeah, anyway, Ronaldo just earned about 600 quid in that 2 minutes we just had that conversation. That is just wild, isn't it? £300 every minute. Every minute. 300 quid. That's fucking crazy, bro. Crazy. I need that Turkey 10 kit, lads. I need it. I need that Turkey 10 kit. Yeah, I need it. A black kit with Turkey 10 on the back. It's going to be so good, man. It's going to be so good. Turkey 10, let's go. All right, come on, man. LB Messi was offered $1 billion contract. What? What? Serious? Oh, he was offered more money. What? Fairs, man. I'm surprised he didn't take it then, to be honest with you. I'm surprised he didn't take it. Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't take it then. He should have just took the cash. And the thing is as well, he'd already done a deal with Saudi as well in the past, so I'm surprised he didn't take that. Saudi offered Messi $1 billion. $1 billion. $1 billion. Fuck. Fucking hell. Messi was offered 1.2 billion from Al Hilal. Yo, what the freak, bro? Yeah, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. I can't lie. That is insane. That is insane. The money in Saudi is crazy. And you know what's mad is like people say, oh, the players shouldn't go there. It's like, mate, are you having a laugh? You're having a laugh. Bro, the money that they're being offered is crazy money. Of course they're going to go. Yeah, of course they're going to go. What are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? Honestly, these guys, mate. Yeah. These guys. Honestly, this is just waffle. So some of these guys are waffling, man. Honestly. Anyway, we've got some videos to watch, man. Al Hilal School Madrid. Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, we got some videos to watch. We got a couple. There's one about Grealish and then there's one about our transfer business in it. So I thought we'd give these a watch. Yeah, I just thought I'd come on and chill in it. Just a chill, nice stream. So yeah, let's have a look at this this Grealish one. Could Man City become another Chelsea? What's all that about? Bro, this ESPN's too funny, man. I can't even lie. AFT did one rating our signings, LB. It's so bad. I can't even react to him because they ban you. They copyright you. How mad's that? Why are you copywriting other YouTubers, bro? That's just weird. Is that not just weird? Is that not a bit weird? Like, apparently, if you do it, you get copyrighted. Now, what's all that about? I seen one on DR Sports where AGT was trying to say that Reinders is not a good signing or something. Yeah, what did he say? I seen it on, was it Instagram or was it Twitter? Let me see if I can pull it up on Twitter. I don't know if I'll get banned if I show it on Twitter. DR Sports. I swear he said like Reinders wasn't a good signing or something like that. And I was like, what the fuck? He just won't fucking play with it. Yeah, he's just done what's it called? Yeah, I've got it here, chat. I don't know. I can't actually remember what he's saying, to be honest. So I'll just quickly pull it up and see what he's saying.
Reinders, I don't think, is a needle mover.
No, I was going to say Reinders, I think, is going to be slept on.
Yeah.
I was actually going to go him.
Really?
Actually, yeah. I think that
you've seen a lot of it.
I think people will see that he's just complete, man. He does like
box to box.
He's wicked, man. Obviously, Rodri's the conductor. Then I see him like connecting the dots.
He's going to be the Gundogan.
Man.
He's going to be the energy.
I think it could be a hidden one like him.
Yeah. He's
whilst we're talking about the top attacking guys and all that, I just think, got a feeling.
Oh no, I didn't slag it. I thought I seen it slagging him off. Anyway, let's have a look at these guys. Our favorite friends over at ESPN. Let's see what these guys are saying today. They've got 2 videos out on City. First one, whose players at a bigger crossroad, Grealish, Rashford, or Sancho? We'll give this a bit of a watch about the Grealish, and then we'll have a look at their other video that they did, which is Man City looks shaky. So we'll have to give that a watch as well. See what the guys are saying about that one. So let's get stuck in, man. See what these guys are saying.
Welcome into the latest edition of Extra Time. Frank's here, Nadim's here, Stevie's here, and Craig Burley is back.
He said that we overpaid for Reinders, LB. He said he should be 30 million. Really? Is that what he said? Yeah. We overpaid for Reinders. That's pretty mad, you know, because I'm pretty sure they just done a video then, yeah, and it said that I'm pretty sure he just done a video and he said Darwin Núñez is worth 60 million. Oh, lads, we found it. So I'm being told in the chat now, yeah, that he said that we overpaid for Reinders. Is that what he said? Can we just get confirmation that that is what was said? Is that what was said? Someone must have watched this video. So he said we overpaid for Reinders at 46 million quid. Yeah? Okay, that's what he said. Let's have a look what he says about Darwin Núñez.
Liverpool officials would like at least 60 mil.
60
euros. Which is around about 55.
You think you'll get that for it?
I think so. 25.
I think so.
Oh, and again, if we do the whole Vlahovic thing of he's 25, he's a European striker, he's got us, then Darwin Núñez is a Premier League champion, by the way. Scored some really important goals this season for
this is shameless.
Liverpool. So yeah. 60 mil. Still got 3 years on his deal, by the way. But again, like I said, man, he's got the picture of him lifting up that Prem. So he leaves a Premier League champion, which is why with 3 years left, 60 mil, please.
So we overpaid for Reinders. We overpaid for Reinders at 46 million quid, who's 26-year-old midfielder of the year in Serie A. He said we would pay 35 max. Wow. So we overpaid Reinders by 11 million, chat, but Darwin Núñez is worth 60. Okay.
I actually should pat myself in the back because I didn't think I actually.
You need to stream in Arabic. Bro, I can't speak Arabic, innit? What?
Thought that a walkout was possible today, live on air. I never thought about quitting live on air. I thought I always just go quietly. But some things will push your boundaries.
You made it.
How can you go quietly live on air?
No, I was saying when the time does come, whenever that is, I don't know, it could be tonight, tomorrow, a year, 2, I don't know. Just go quietly. Just slip away into the. But
that's what Mariner used to do.
Are they speaking about dying? Are they speaking about dying here? What the fuck is this channel, mate? Real talk, yeah. This channel is the weirdest channel ever. Yeah, are they speaking about dying? Weird, guys. Anyway, here we go. Could City become another Chelsea? Yeah, let's have a look.
Do you think this will be a good thing for the new players, or are we going to be another Chelsea?
Nadem, it's the first time in a long time I've seen City so stacked with players. Do you think it'll be a good thing for the new players, or are we going to be at Chelsea? Bro, what is it with this channel, yeah, and the inability to understand that we are going to be selling football players?
I don't think it's another Chelsea because not really signing 6 and 7 year deals. But it does feel strange to see the squad be that big because we've previously seen them have a good squad. We'd probably find maybe 16, 17 players who Guardiola would use.
Nadem, please understand. You're a good guy, Nadem, yeah? We all like you, bro. But please don't fall into the ESPN trap of not being able to sell players.
Whereas now the depth really is there. I think given the amount of injuries that they had last season, but then the players that are brought in the winter window and then the summer window, it does feel like too much. And listening to Pep talk about how the squad's almost unmanageable, I can kind of see it now based on the players that were just on the bench today, for example. But I don't think it's like a Chelsea situation. But I wouldn't be surprised if maybe 3 or 4 players left in this summer.
Yeah! W's in the chat, bro. W's in the chat. Hey! I think fucking come on, Nadem. We knew we had faith in you, bro. We had faith in you. We knew that you realised about selling people. Come on, man. I big up to this guy, bro. This he didn't know what he's talking about, man.
Window before the next season starts.
Which player's career, guys, is at the biggest crossroads? Grealish, Rashford, or Sancho?
That's a great question. Chat, which player's career is at the biggest crossroads? Grealish, Rashford, or Sancho? That's a great question. That's a great question. I'm gonna have a look at you guys in a sec. Yeah, I want to see. I don't want to be influenced by you guys. Yeah, I want to be influenced. Grealish is 29, right? Grealish is 29. Rashford's 27. And Sancho's 25. Fuck. Oh man, that's a tough one, you know. That's a tough one. I'll be honest with you, boys. I kind of don't think Grealish is at a crossroad. Like, bro, this is gonna sound really. I mean, it's to sound horrible, isn't it? Because I don't want to disrespect him. Obviously, he's won trophies with us and that. But like, if I be honest with you, like, low key, yeah, I think Grealish might be kind of finished, you know. And I'm not even saying that in like a nasty way. I'm just being honest. I think he might be finished. Like, he's 29 years old. I think he might be done. So I don't think he is at the biggest crossroads. I think the crossroads is probably going to be between Rashford or Sancho because they've still got like, a lot of time left. You know what I mean? A lot of time left. So, yeah, I'd probably go Rashford. If it's me. You don't think he's finished? I think he might be finished, Josh. I think he might be. He might not be. It's just my opinion, isn't it? I think he might be finished. Yeah, I'll probably say Rashford's at the biggest crossroads because I think for him, if his next move's got to work. But the same for Sancho. Whereas I think Grealish is probably just going to go to another club like a Newcastle or something like that and just play for a couple of years. Yeah, I don't think Grealish is going to now. Maybe Josh. I think he probably should go abroad. But I feel like Rashford and Sancho still have got a lot to offer. Whereas a Grealish, I just don't really see it, man, if I'm being honest. But that's a great question. That's a sick question.
Probably Rashford, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. Rashford.
He's gone back to United, right? Have I missed something in my travels?
He missed everything.
Yeah, but he's not signed for Villa, I don't believe.
Correct.
So he's having to go back to which can only be described as a toxic atmosphere between him and Ruben Amorim and the club. What was it he said? I'd rather play the bus driver or something like that than play Marcus Rashford.
Yeah.
And Marcus Rashford, who
said that. No way did Amorim say that. No way did Amorim say that. No way did Amorim say that. There's no way he said that. There's no way he said that. Did he actually say that? Did he actually say that? What? Nah, I need to find this. I need to find this. He said he'd rather play the goalkeeper coach. No, he didn't. Amorim, I'd rather play the goalkeeper coach. Oh my God, no, he didn't. He actually did. He actually did. What? As if I didn't see this. Ruben Amorim stated he would rather select his goalkeeper coach than a player who doesn't give their maximum every day when asked a question about Marcus Rashford. What?
Whether he was right or wrong at United.
Smash these lights up, people. Get these lights up, man.
When he went to Villa, he had an impact. And he was better. There's no doubt about that. The crossroads for him now is where he goes. I actually think Jack Grealish is at a real crossroads. Because, I mean, yeah, I do, because I think he's just fallen off so far. I think Rashford's situation is more difficult.
Right.
I think Grealish will find a club if he is one of those players that, as Nedum said he will need to get some players out. If Grealish is one of them, I think he'll find a club. I think Rashford's issue is how he figures it out with the money and the transfers.
Frank's shaking his head. I don't know what's at. Frank.
Because I think for me, essential. I mean, he has proven throughout the last 2 years that he didn't find his football back, that he doesn't know where he stands, that the money that he received and the transfer fee that he was above his head was too high for his shoulders. And therefore, he will have to make very good decisions in order to get back into the football, meaning maybe he will have to cut his fee, go maybe...
Sorry, chat, he's boring me.
A breakout performance.
Which City player do you expect to have a breakout performance in the Club World Cup? We'll answer that question before Nadem does. Which City player do you expect to have a breakout performance during the Club World Cup, chat? Breakout performance. Breakout, like, what does that mean? Like, just mint? Like Reinders? Yeah, I was going to say Reinders, but is that a breakout? Or is it like a breakout? It's like a young player or what? Or like a player that wasn't good last year? Or is it just anyone? Is it just a player to have like a mint year? Or mint tournament? If it's a player to have a mint tournament, I'd probably go Reinders based off the way he played the other day. But I can't lie, man. Savio and Doku in the first half. Maybe Doku, you know. Should I put my stonks into Doku? Yo. I thought he played quite well the other day, me. I don't even rate him like that. But yeah, I say maybe Doku or maybe Savinho. I thought Savinho first half was very good. Very impressive in the first half. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Breakout has to be someone who hasn't broken out yet. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. To be fair, Savio and Doku haven't broken out yet, so you could say either of them two. Yeah. If I agree with Twins there. Like, breakout for me is a player that like isn't a Foden. Maybe Doku, man. Maybe Doku. I thought Doku was very positive the other day. Very positive. And you know what? Like, quite a number of his crosses and like final balls was quite good. Vita Hayes, that's a shout. That's a shout. Vita Hayes, he was impressive as well. Yeah, I want to go Doku. Fuck it. I'm sending Doku.
That's a tough one to read. I think you kind of want to see something from the new signings. And I thought today Reinders looked quite good. So maybe him, yeah. But to be honest, I'll change that. I'll go for Shirky. I think if Ryan Shirky performs to his best and you can see him improve, and I think we're going to be seeing City have one of the best attacking talents in European football. And if he fits in with that side and links with those players around him, the sky's the limit for him. So I'd say Ryan Shirky.
The sky's the limit. That's Foden's, mate. Get your own.
2-0 it finished. We also got to see Rodri come on in the 60th minute for just his second appearance since September. He came on for Phil Foden.
Oh, Camaro, have a day off, bruh.
But it was Phil Foden who got man of the match in this game. As it stands right now, Manchester City are in the top of their group. Next up for them is Al Ain. Juventus are also in the same group as City. But let me start with you, Nadem, on Phil Foden. Is he going to be a first-choice starter in the new season? Is he throwing his hat into the ring and saying next season's going to be better?
Yes, I think he will. No. Whoa, Nathan, bro. What's with the stutter, bro?
Oh, so that's a good question. I think this is a good way to start, with the goal and with the assist. And I don't necessarily think he was brilliant in the game outside of those moments, but it's good to see him start there and to have some of that link up and to have a positive impact. I think the timing of that goal was great for him as well, because he's been very well spoken about that in this last season. It's been terrible for him, relatively speaking, given the fact he was Premier League Player of the Season the year before. But I think some of the link up was there. There was certain bits of rust and decision making in terms of not knowing whether to pass to the person at this time. Are you in the right position? But I think that chemistry will come. I think looking at some of the talent they have, especially now with those attacking areas, I think the link up play has got potential to be really, really good. So for him to be off the mark and in that manner, it makes Pep think about it. And I think for these group games, Guardiola's spoken about how he's going to be making changes. So this game itself is great. It'll probably look different in the next game. But if they do make it to knockout rounds, then that's when you see what Guardiola really sees as being his best side. Because I think that's when the players who he really has all his faith and all his belief in, they'll start to be starting these games. And
what I like about Nadem, is like, even though he's employed by the football club, he doesn't glaze, but he doesn't chat nonsense either. Like what he said then for me was spot on about Foden. I didn't think Foden was amazing. Even though he got a goal and an assist, I didn't give him man of the match. But I thought he was better, wasn't he? He was clearly better than he was for last year. But it wasn't like that. It wasn't like an amazing performance from him, but it was better. And there's more to come. Nadem, bro, the guy speaks facts, man. You know what I mean? He speaks facts. Unlike that fraud Micah Richards, innit? Facts.
He'll be playing longer periods as well. But for now, Foden's in there. And let's say it's good to see him back.
Phil Foden, new season ahead. Fresh start for him.
Well, he had a bad time with England. He had a bad season by his standards last year, there's no doubt. But there's also no doubt he is a supreme talent. Now, dare I say it, he's not the only one at Man City, but maybe he could look in the mirror a little bit more and say, am I doing enough? Am I...
That's fair. That's fair.
Am I doing enough in terms of my training and the lifestyle and all the stuff that you have to do in this day and age that we didn't really have to do? But today's modern game demands it. And it was kind of sorry to see him be the way he was last year when we've witnessed over the last couple of years prior to that, we've seen him destroy teams. I mean, some of those performances, I remember the game at Anfield, one of the games at Anfield when he played on the right-hand side, coming in on his left foot, pinging the ball in the top.
That he was sick that day. Do you remember that game when he played on the right-hand side chat against Liverpool at Anfield? I think it was COVID year. I'm pretty sure there was no fans. I think it was COVID year. Oh my, he was unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unplayable. It was unbelievable that game. Give me some other like, what are Foden's best ever games, chat? As an individual. Don't matter if we won or lost. What are his best ever games as an individual? That was that game, Yo, Briggsy, we're talking about Foden. Foden, remember that game Foden played at Anfield in COVID when he was out on the right-hand side? Unbelievable. PSG, facts. United, 6-3, Nevans. That's another. You got a hat-trick that day, didn't you? Yeah, man. Facts.
Corner and just...
West Ham, last game of the season. Yeah, getting that goal straight away.
Running amok. And I don't know why he got away from that, but, maybe just confidence as well. But he certainly can get back to it. I think City are just an intriguing story, full stop. Because everybody's waiting to see if they can get back to somewhat of this juggernaut team that everybody was frightened to death to play, apart from probably Liverpool and Arsenal. They've bolstered the middle of the park with Reinders coming in from Milan. Nico Gonzalez was signed for 60 million last January. He hasn't played much, and Rodri's obviously back fit again, so they've bolstered that area. So that shouldn't be such an issue in terms of getting dominated in the middle of the park. Again, the questions will be, the playmakers that they had that lost their form, Foden, Savinho, Grealish struggled, Doku inconsistent, Marmoush came in and looked lively. Can they supply Erling Haaland? And can the back line, can he figure out a back line that is consistent and has some...
Why is the guy mentioning Grealish when he's not even going to be here?
Continuity and can cut out the basic sort of mistakes that they were making. So I think there's so many subplots for Manchester City, but of course Phil Foden getting back to form would certainly help. But I think in these games, you're not going to learn a lot apart from... I was going to say players getting their fitness, but I don't know if actually that's what they're doing at this stage of June.
Frank, you watched this game. What stood out to you on the City side of things?
Well, that's funny when Nathan was talking about the good start for Foden. I was thinking that it was more an ending of a season than a start of a new season. I don't think they are in a preseason.
Well, we are in a preseason, mate. So hold that.
In my mind, they're more finishing the previous season, but whatever. But it's a little bit better, I would say, at some point. And but overall, we could see that the WAC had some chances to score goals. That they're still fragile at the back. They're still looking for something special, but I think they won't find it. It's too early. To make a statement about Foden is too early. To everything, to all the criticals that we can get, that will be too early. But it's a good win. I was happy to see Cherki playing. Even if he had a shy start, he has to settle down. He doesn't speak English. He will have to understand what Pep wants from him. But that was interesting to see him playing alongside some others. And let's see how it works for Manchester City. But I'm not convinced. I didn't see anything changing tactically with the pace of the game. It's the same City that I've seen the whole season long before.
City bore, Frank.
Sounds
to be fair.
Does this guy hate us then, chat? See some people in the chat saying this guy hates us. Does this guy hate us? Yeah, he always slagging us off.
They bored most of us at the end of last year. You have the answer to this question. You must have the answer to Frank's question.
The answer to
We're not continuing with this show until you have the answer to Frank's question. Are we at the end of last season or are we at the beginning of the new season?
Yeah, what came first, the chicken or the egg, Frank?
Don't get no.
Frank, it's the beginning.
Well, I mean, it's really.
Really?
It does feel like it's at the end, but it's probably technically is the end. It is the end, but it feels like it's the beginning.
So is Modric staying to the start of the new season, or is he finishing the end of the season?
You know who'll know the answer to this? Nader Manua.
He's like, why the fuck am I on this show, innit? He doesn't want to be here, mate. He just come for the paycheck.
That's right, I do. And let's put it this way. Is the Gold Cup happening at the end of the last season or the start of the new one? Would the Euros be the start of the next one or the end of the last one? I think this is essentially the closing off of the season. Because it's club based.
No, it's the new season, bro. Like, it is the new season. We've made signings and Grealish isn't even in the squad, mate.
It's a bit different. They'll finish this tournament, have 3 weeks off, happy days. It's the last bit of the season.
I don't want it to go down a rabbit hole.
No, we should.
Tendency to go down a rabbit hole, particularly with stuff like this. So that's fine. I just thought I'd ask the question.
You know who'll definitely have an opinion on this is Gab Marcotti. Maybe we could make sure he answers that.
These guys, man, honestly. Right, we need to watch their other one anyway, because the other one is the one that is about our we look shaky and that. This Gab Marcotti guy. Yeah, so we'll give that a watch. Let's have a look. Reactions to City's 2-0 win. Oh, we'll watch this first. Oh, man, these are sick. They've got so many of these videos where they just slag us off. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Keep going. All right.
2-0 it finished. We also got to see Rodri.
Yo, big up Maths and Bro says, what's this Omar Mamouche slander I'm seeing? What Omar Mamouche slander? I've not seen any Omar Mamouche slander. What Omar Mamouche slander? I've not seen any, bro.
We come on in the 60th minute for just his second appearance since September. He came on for Phil Foden, but it was Phil Foden who got man of the match in this game as it stands right now. Manchester City are in the top of their group. Next up for them is Al Ain.
You know, he didn't get man of the match. He got superior player of the match.
Juventus are also in the same group as City. But let me start with you, Nadem, on Phil Foden. Is he going to be a first-choice starter in the new season? Is he throwing his hat into the ring and saying next season's going to be better?
Man, I swear I just watched this.
Lively. Can they supply Erling Haaland?
Bro, I swear I just watched this video. Oh, I've clicked the same fucking video like an idiot. Sorry, chat. My bad. There it is.
How about some quick hits instead?
Let's go, Gav.
Chelsea roll.
Winding each other up, which
River Plate.
So they're a good team. Cachado doing.
Sun, perhaps?
Mate, I can't find this video. I seen the video before. Thought, oh, I'll watch that on the stream. I fucking can't find it. Was that a live stream? Maybe they did a live stream. Maybe it was a live stream. No, it wasn't a live stream. I think they upload the same video. I swear down, I think they upload the same video, yeah. Like pure times. And then just like cut it. Because they've just that was a different video. I just clicked on a video then and it's the same video. These guys, man, clickbaiting. Superior woke nonsense. Yeah, it's crazy, bro. There's been a bit to be found on Twitter. What? I've not seen it, bro. Twitter's such a fucking dead app, man. Bro, I might come off Twitter, mate. Bro, some of the takes I see on that app are just horrendous. They're just horrendous, bro. Yeah? They're just so bad. That's so poor, man. So poor. Let's have a look at this guy. What's this guy saying?
What about City? They're under duress. They're under stress in terms of like a court case, but they're still spending like it's like confetti.
Yeah, well, their ability to sell players is fantastic. Jesus, Sterling, Zinchenko, Alvarez, Ferran Torres, Sane, Palmer, Cancelo, Danilo.
Wow.
All of those players, they brought in half a billion pounds.
$500 million?
From player sales.
Wow.
In the last 3 to 4 years. They're absolutely super smart. And then you've got the likes of James Trafford and others who have gone from City's academy, sort of, again, for those sort of 8, 10, 15 million pound fees. So that allows City to spend as much money as they want.
Probably got like sell-on fees as well for some of these young players as well. Who knows? It's crazy, man.
Maybe. What the fuck do you mean, maybe?
It's crazy, man.
Listen.
Players as well. Who knows? For some of these young players.
Listen to what he says.
Long fees as well for some of these young players as well. Who knows? It's crazy.
Maybe. No, not maybe. Yes. It's not maybe, bro. We have sell-on fees. Yeah. It's crazy, bro. I've been telling you guys for time, innit? Like mainstream media and these guys, they're turning into YouTubers, man, with the clickbait and what they talk about, bro. It's a madness. It's a madness. How did City keep on spending? What? Well, if you'd actually done your research, mate, you would have seen that actually we spent 20 million quid last year and we've sold the second highest amount of players in the last 6 years. Which is crazy. It's crazy. LB, watch the ESPN video when we won the Champions League. What? They slagged us off when we won the Champions League. What, when we done the when we done the treble? Bro, honestly, man, it's hanging, mate. It's hanging, bro. It's just a dead app, mate. Like some of the takes on that app are crazy. Like how are people slagging Mamouche off? I thought Mamouche was good. Bro. After the Inter game. Have you seen that one, man? I just can't believe people are. How are you cooking? Mamouche? Like he was good. I thought he was good yesterday. I thought he was good, man. Oh my god! Look, chat. Look at the title of the. Oh my god! Look at the title. Look at the title. Look at the title of the video. Man City win Champions League final. Was it disappointing? What? Oh my god! These guys, man. Was it disappointing, bro? Nah. I know this is 2 years ago, chat, yeah. But listen, I'm going to have to watch it, man. I'm going to have to watch it. I'm sorry. I know it's 2 years old. If you don't like this type of content, come back tomorrow. I'll be doing normal content again tomorrow. But I've got to get on. I've got to watch this for the hater grind, man. I've got to watch it, man. Sorry. See what these guys are saying. So this is after we beat Inter Milan and won the treble, yeah? Right. Was it disappointing?
City 1, Inter Milan 0. Take a look at the treble winners over the years. Of course, Manchester City looking to emulate what the red half of Manchester did in the past, and they have done that now. Only the second English side to complete the treble.
That's pretty interesting, this, isn't it? Teams to win the treble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it 9? Yeah. Oh, no, 8. 8 teams have done the treble. Mad.
Treble. Well, as promised, Stuart Robson joins us. We'll be speaking to Robbo in a minute. Do I start negative? Like obviously
No,
Manchester City have just won the final and it was
I can
great.
do that for you.
But just from a spectacle, from a neutral's point of view, this was disappointing, wasn't it?
Well, I thought I'd be sitting here and we'd be sitting here talking about a swashbuckling City performance that was comfortable 2 to 3 goals, because that's kind of what we've seen. Certainly we saw it in the Real Madrid game. But in their biggest moment in the history of their football club, the treble, but more importantly, the Champions League, is arguably one of their worst performances at this level. Now, a lot of that is down to how Inter played. I think Inter at this level played as well as they could, and City probably played as poorly as they have done for a long time. But you give Inter some credit for the way they harassed and pressed and congested the midfield, and the wing-backs defended brilliantly, and Haaland never got a kick, literally. Never got a kick, he had that one strike. But I think some of it came down to the moment got to some of the City players. I've not seen passing as bad as that from the centre-halves, from...
Fucking hell.
From Gundogan, from Rodri, Jack Grealish, Erling Haaland's touch. I just felt that the hesitant performance from...
Yeah, well, LB, why would you be speaking about that after the game, bro? Who cares, innit? Why would you be... Bro, why after a Champions League final win why would you be moaning at their team performance after a final win? But it's the point. Why are you having that conversation?
A lot of these players was because of the magnitude of what was in front of them. And they got it done in the end, which is absolutely brilliant from their perspective. But I never for a moment thought it would be as difficult as it was.
Was it nerves, Stevie? Was it the occasion? Was it the end of a long season?
Fundamentally, I don't agree, because players of this calibre, I talked about it yesterday, that the occasion doesn't get to these types of players. And I still find it very difficult to believe that the occasion got to them. But I'm struggling to come up with a reason why they were so poor.
We fucking won the game and won the treble. Oh my God.
Could you say that Inter played so well their game that it put them off?
Well, I think, you've got to give them credit for
What is this waffle, man? This is unreal.
For harassing them as they did. But at the same time, if I'm playing for Inter and I'm playing against a side who supposedly is going to pass us off the park, but who can't string 2 passes together properly, all that's going to do is encourage me to close down even quicker. And that's what happened. We've never seen Man City players, Man City at their best, move the ball quickly, there's great movement, and the passing's accurate. Well, we never saw any of those 3 things today at all. But as I said, if you're an Inter player and that's what the opposition are doing, it just encourages to keep running,
Facts, Massam. You win final, performances don't matter. How are these guys not getting... Oh, bro, it's mad, isn't it? Bro, in a final, who gives a shit about the performance? Who cares?
Keep chasing, keep closing, and keep harassing them.
While there may have been an element of surprise because Inter was willing to press higher up the field, something that perhaps we were not expecting, and more importantly, Manchester City were not expecting. This is not the first team that presses Manchester City, that harasses Manchester City. This is not the first team that gets numbers around the ball. What we usually see is Manchester City being able to play through that pressure and out of that pressure and then find spaces in the attacking half. Now, if you ever needed any evidence as to what this game was like for Manchester City, we heard it in the post-game interviews.
Yeah, don't use any of those words.
No, I will not. But Rodri and Jack Grealish, back-to-back interviews, they both said, this is not me saying it, they both said, basically, we were crap.
Yeah.
And that they individually had not been good. They said it. And that's two players that have been really important for Manchester City. And you can say that about many other players on the field for Manchester City. In fact, outside of John Stones, Bernardo Silva, everybody else, Mami, Ruben Diaz perhaps. But after that, everybody underperformed. Everybody was underwhelming. So the thing that really matters here for Manchester City is that they won. And that's it. That's
how long? 4 minutes 21 into the video, they finally say it. Who cares?
The really only important thing. But in terms of the game and the performance from Manchester City, Mommy, it was not good at all.
I heard you saying before the show, Robbo, that this was a fascinating tactical battle. That's never a good way to describe a game.
No, it wasn't fascinating from Man City's point of view. They play their normal way, although they played Kevin De Bruyne on the left-hand side, where he's been playing most of the time on the right-hand side. And they actually, in the first half, played John Stones as a right-back who came into central midfield, rather than as he did in the game against Real Madrid and against Manchester United, where he was an out-and-out midfield player. He did that in the second half to much better effect. But I'm looking at it from an Inter point of view. I couldn't see how they were going to stop Man City getting good possession. But I thought their tactical understanding, the position that their players took up, was excellent. Well, I thought Darmian and Bastoni would sit in a back three. They didn't. They came out when Barella went to close Ake down. Darmian came out and pressed the ball high up the field. I thought they got it tactically right perfectly in the first half. They're closing down their positional play, their understanding of what their jobs was when Man City had the ball was really, really good. The only problem was, where was the threat going to come from? And that was, and if you are going to defend well, you have to have a...
In it, David, glazing the losers. How mad is this? They're literally glazing the losers. They've said we're so shit. Man City are awful. Worst performance we've seen from City ages. Bad. Inter Milan, unbelievable. Tactically spot on. Great performance. What? They fucking lost the game.
Threat going forward. And they didn't in the first half because Dzeko was playing as a centre forward. Martinez was playing almost on the left-hand side at times to stop Stones coming forward from his right-back position. And they couldn't really get any attacks going. But defensively, I thought they were excellent. And that's why Man City couldn't get their passing game going.
Well, I don't know, Robbo. I think there's an argument for a good tactical side of the game. And there's definitely an argument for a very sloppy passing element of the game for Man City. We're not talking about, yeah, they harassed them a little bit, but we're talking about, in the first half, a dozen passes that were simple passes, not finding a man. And somebody was having to change direction and go and fetch it. And so the momentum had sort of fell down. As Ali said, it's not their first rodeo for teams pressing, harassing, getting bodies around the ball. And they find a way to get around them. But it's not a Champions League final. And I felt there was a little bit of both today in terms of, Inter made it much more difficult than I thought they would. But City underperformed much more than I thought they would. They were way under par in terms of the standards that they set. But I go back to the team selection. We didn't think we'd be sitting...
Should you not be saying, but having said all that, we're sitting here saying Inter Milan were mega, and got everything spot on, yet City still came out with the win. Yeah? Should they not be saying, that shows you how good that City team is? That they didn't even play well and they still won the game against an Inter Milan team that we're all sitting here saying the tactics were spot on.
When we come in and watch this game, we didn't think we'd be having a discussion about what the hell is he doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Kyle Walker.
We thought he's over that.
Now, Kyle Walker had a back injury, but apparently he was 100% fit to play. And I just wonder again if the players in the dressing room are going, it was 2 or 3 years ago, it was Gundogan and no holding midfielder. Now this back line has been performing brilliantly. I mean, brilliantly. Walker, Diaz, Akanji. Big, strong, fast. Right? Now, Ake comes in. He's a physical player. But it's not that same line. And I just felt that, why? It's not the reason that maybe that they played badly. And they did keep a clean sheet, albeit there was a huge element of luck within that and poor finishing. But again, I just thought, why at the start of the game not just roll out that same 11? And when Walker gets the ball on the right, he can push for it. I know Rob was saying John Stones was out there. John Stones was actually the most, what's the word? Impressive and composed player.
John Stones was unreal that night, innit, chat? Chat, how good was John Stones that night? He was unbelievable.
On the ball for long periods in that Man City side.
And again, it has to be why.
So why?
I've no idea, Dan. Absolutely no idea. You completely annihilate Real Madrid 4-0 with John Stones and Walker. John Stones coming from centre back into the middle. Why would you possibly change it? Really?
We won the fucking game and we kept a clean sheet. And Akanji was decent, apart from that one fucking bozo. Yeah, he actually played quite well. Yeah. Wasn't it him who played the ball through to Bernardo, who cut it back? Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, yeah? But was it not Akanji who played the ball behind the defence for Bernardo Silva, who cut the... Was it Bernardo Silva who cut the ball back? I swear down it was Akanji who put that ball up behind. Oh my God. So they're cooking the decision to play Akanji at right back instead of Walker, even though we kept a clean sheet, even though we won the game, and even though Akanji played the pass to Bernardo before he cut it back. It's crazy, man. It's honestly, it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Do you think Inter Milan are better than Real Madrid? No. I mean, Pep Guardiola said that Walker was 100% fit and that he was making a change because of the way they wanted to play. I mean, so you're upsetting the whole apple cart after a performance that we were all salivating about, annihilating Real Madrid, of all teams, playing them off the park. I mean, just incredible. And then you change it. I mean, that smacks of just being too clever.
We won the fucking game! Also, fucking idiots. Yeah, you was just speaking about how you all expected, this is what they just said as well, right? They just spoke about how they all expected Inter Milan to sit back and basically defend the whole game, and that they were all surprised. Yeah, they were all surprised that Inter Milan pushed as high as they did. That's what they said just then a minute ago, not me. That's what they said. So if Pep Guardiola expected City to absolutely dominate the ball and dominate possession, which is what you're all saying, because you're saying the same thing, then you would rather have Akanji than Walker, because Akanji's better on the ball than Walker going forward. It's insane. All right, Brad, I'm about to join you soon, bro. I can't even lie.
City did win this game,
by the way. Yeah, they did.
Well done, lad. Yeah, what's that9 minutes in. Unbelievable.
And they did so by a goal that gets better and better every time you see it, I feel.
And Akanji played the pass to Bernardo. Oh, please, imagine if he says Akanji played the pass.
Now, I just said, Rodri himself said that he wasn't good, that he had been terrible. In that moment, he was really good. In that moment, joining in the attack, getting onto the rebound, they get fortunate for the rebound that falls into his path. But as everybody's moving across, he now realizes the space is right here. I can get it around the defenders. I'm going to finish 1-0. And that's about as good as it was going to get.
Don't mention Akanji, innit? Don't mention the fact that Akanji played the pass to Bernardo Silva. And I'm being funny and not being funny here, but Walker would never, ever, ever be able to play that pass. Never.
From Manchester City. One player that I think we all appreciate and love for Manchester City is Erling Haaland, right? Let me just get to Haaland for a second. It might as well have been Jan out there playing.
Oh, no.
Oh, my. I can't believe how negative these guys are. I can't believe how negative they are. Bro, whoever put this in the chat before said, LB, they're mad negative. Like, bro, I didn't realize, like, bro, this is unbelievable.
And,
Steady.
Well, and the fish. Look, the team was needing somebody to be able to hold the ball up because of that pressure that was coming from Inter, and that ball was going to get played into Erling Haaland. He's got to hang on to it or win a header or do something. Acerbi winning everything, Bastoni winning everything, Erling Haaland, big guy, and he's playing like he's 5'5". That just doesn't add up for me. He's a guy that I think in this moment could have really helped the team. Now, we're not going to focus on him all that much simply because they went on to win the game. But, man, it was a disappointing performance from his perspective.
I was trying to be positive for a moment.
I don't think we're being negative. I think we...
What? What do you mean you don't think you're being negative, bro? What does he mean? What? What do you mean? What do you mean you don't think you're being... Nah, these guys are hilarious. Nah, it's actually wild, bro. It gets worse and worse every time we watch one of these videos, man.
We have a duty here to analyse this game that was in front of us. We've watched...
What? You have a duty to analyse the game. Bro, talk about how mint City are. Talk about how mint we are. We're a fucking treble-winning team. Only the second team in England to ever win a treble. And we've just won our first ever Champions League, yeah? And you're going on and literally moaning at every single thing that we didn't do right. And then you moan at Pep Guardiola for playing Akanji, even though Akanji had a hand to play in the goal that won us the fucking game.
Coverage today that was nothing more than sycophantic cheerleading for Manchester City, Manchester City, Manchester City, the greatest thing in the world.
What's he said then?
That I think
a duty here to analyse this game that was in front of us. We've watched coverage today.
You're bad, bro. You're bad, bro.
A duty here to analyse this game that was in front of us. We've watched coverage today that was nothing more than sycophantic cheerleading for Manchester City, Manchester City, Manchester City, the greatest thing in the world. Even one comment, this is statues galore for the players outside. So I think we have a job to do here, not to get carried away with, what City have done this.
Not to get carried away. It's a treble. It's a treble, bro. Of course you're going to get carried away.
Year has been magnificent. What they did today was not magnificent. There was a huge element of luck. They took out of their hands the control of the game that they've had for months and put it back in the hands of a side that really shouldn't be at the races with them. As good as Inter are in terms of the players they've got, City are a furlong ahead, right? But it's hard to put it into words. These players will be celebrating. Ali mentioned it. Jack Grealish come over and said, I was awful today. Let's think through the City side. Akanji had a couple of good headers at the end, but he looked ropey.
Yeah.
Let's not get carried away, chat. Let's not get carried away. We only won the treble.
Through the City side. Akanji had a couple of good headers at the end, but he looked ropey.
Yeah.
Diaz was strong in the second half. Gundogan, bad game. De Bruyne injured. Rodri had a poor game up to his goal for sure. Haaland never got a kick. Jack Grealish, by his own words, was awful. And Bernardo Silva just about got a pass, didn't he, Steve?
Yeah.
And that's kind of where we are. And that's the big surprise in this, is that City almost handed on a plate one of the big upsets in Champions League finals, because they were so far in front in terms of the bookies. They were going to, and even our mind.
Almost, could have, would have, nearly. Who gives a shit?
We looked at the scores and the graphics. I went for 3-0. Everybody thought it was going to be comfortable.
They got a chance because he threw a ball in the box. Akanji whiffed. The ball's headed off the crossbar, and then somehow it doesn't go in. So at the end of the day, we're right about City, and we can praise Inter for the way they defended. But you know what?
Praising Inter. They're fucking glazing the team that lost. They're glazing the team that lost the final.
Guess what? There's two parts to the game. There's the defensive side of the game, and there's the attacking side of the game. And if you can do the defending side well, but you can't attack at all, pretty much, you're not going to win a game. And you're never going to get a better chance if you're Inter to play against a team that's generally so good that was so bad. You're never going to get a better chance. But yet they never offered us anything, a proper football going forward. at all.
Just coming back to the Haaland point, Robbo, what went wrong with him today?
His movement was shocking. His understanding of where the space was really poor today because they're absolutely right. If Inter Milan were pressing the ball and Darmian was coming out and going on to Kevin De Bruyne, who was playing sort of through the inside left position, there was space down the side of Acerbi, who can't run. Acerbi likes the ball in front of him. He can't run down the side. And I was screaming at the telly time and time again, Ake had the ball. He could have played the ball down the side. And if Haaland had made the right run, he'd have got down the side time and time again. But he didn't realise where the space was. And then when balls were played into his feet, as the ball was being played into his feet, he was going backwards. Acerbi was stepping forward and winning the ball again. So I thought Haaland's understanding of the space and where he could receive the ball was really poor. Ali was absolutely right with his description of Haaland's performance. He had that one little run where he got away from Bastoni and it was a fairly decent effort back across the goalkeeper. But apart from that, he looked like a player that almost like a schoolboy playing amongst men that didn't understand.
I can't believe what I'm listening to. I cannot believe it's this bad. I can't believe it's this bad, chat. Yeah, who was it who put that in the chat before? Hayes or something. What was the guy's name? Miaz, yeah? Miaz put it in the chat and said, LB, you need to watch this video. They're mad negative. I thought, they can't be that negative. Wow.
Where the space was and how he could receive the ball. It was a really poor performance from him.
But why, Robert, given what we've seen from him this season?
Well, there has been games where he's done exactly the same, but Man City have played better and created chances for him. His general play hasn't been good this season. If you look at how he played when he was playing in Germany, he had more touches of the ball. He scored.
Slagging him off. Slagging him off. Most UEFA Champions League goals, won the Champions League, won the FA Cup, won the Premier League, and they're slagging him off.
Great individual goals. Most of his play and his goal scoring this season has been goals created for him. And he's been in the right areas at the right time, which is excellent centre-forward play. But his general play with his back to goal hasn't been good enough. His movement down the side of defenders when the ball's a long way away isn't very good. When it's in tight areas, in and around the box, he makes the right runs, as he did for his chance. But when the ball was much deeper, his movement wasn't good.
He scored a lot of goals, obviously, clearly, which is magnificent achievement. But his hold-up play, I think, as Stuart was mentioning, he's back to play. His actual hold-up play and his touch and his awareness, I think a lot of times has been quite poor. Dare I say it, he was bullied tonight by...
Really?
Yeah, he was bullied by Bastoni and Acerbi in particular. And I mean... easily bullied. I mean, like they would get tight to him and they were winning head. I don't think he won a header. He won a defensive header.
Bro, Haaland, yeah, that year scored 52 goals. 52 goals in 53 games with 9 assists and won the treble. And they're cooking him.
Which was great and needed. But when the ball come up to him and he needed to hold it or he needed to flick it on or knock it down, they were coming through the back of him. The back of him. They were bullying him, and then there was once in the second half he actually shut out a challenge. Ball was bouncing, it was there, and he saw the centre half coming in, and he sort of dangled a leg at it.
That was a disappointing thing. There was no real fight back from him. He's 6'4". We're talking about how strong this guy is. We're talking about his pace and his strength, and yet just the very basic thing that every fan in the world likes to see the players doing is putting their head where it matters or being brave in a challenge. He didn't do that. He didn't do that. I've got some sympathy with him because City was so poor with the ball that if you're playing centre forward, I mean, some of the balls he was given were atrocious and not surprising that he couldn't hold it. But just that simple basic thing of there was no pushback against two guys who were trying to bully them, as Craig said, and he almost seemed like he accepted it. That's disappointing.
He's usually the bully.
Yeah.
So that's a surprising part.
Well, you know what you say about bullies. They don't like getting bullied.
Well, that's right. And well, maybe the occasion, maybe is the moment. Maybe you don't get good first couple of touches and you're not sure about yourself. But you knew if you're preparing for this match and you're Erling Haaland, if you're Manchester City, what is Acerbi going to do? What is Bastoni going to do? What have they been doing? That is the way that they play. This is the strength of their game. They're going to try to bully you and they're going to challenge you physically. But if there was ever a player who plays up top in the world that should be able to handle this physicality, it should be Erling Haaland. I mean, if Erling Haaland cannot handle the physicality of the game, then we all have no chance. It's not you out there. It's not Seb out there.
dare you.
Well, sorry, Dan.
You're in the same sentence as Seb.
It's ironic though that it's ironic though that City, who we have thought we're going to win this tournament before, and last year absolutely battered Real Madrid in the semi-final from pillar to post, only from 89 minutes onwards to somehow lose 2 goals and throw it away, win it by doing the complete opposite.
Yes,
and maybe
completely.
from their perspective, they say, well, that's just the way the rub of the green we've got today, because we haven't. There's been previous times when we've just completely rolled teams over, and for whatever reason, mainly their own fault, they've lost it. Today, they have not played anywhere near their best, and they've got that rub of the green. They got that rub of the green. There was the Akanji and Ederson hesitancy as well.
Oh, that is actually wild, chat. Let's have a look at the. Let's have a look at comments. Yeah. Let's have a look at the comments, innit? What are the fucking comments? There they are. Right, here we go, chat. Let's look at the comments. Yeah. It's a cup final. Let me do it so it's like this. There we go. It's better. It's a cup final. They are usually disappointing. The underdog has a game plan and the favourites has a weight of expectation. It was only disappointing if you're a casual. I enjoyed how Inter outplayed the pundits' expectations and attention to the game. I found this game experience imagine winning a Champions League final and getting slagged off by these guys, says Callum. Exactly, treble on top. These pundits are actually really poor ESPN. They spent the lead up disrespecting Inter and Serie A in general and how Man City could win 3 or 4-0. Man City victors, and now this panel spends the segment bagging on Man City for winning the Champions League. Absolute rubbish punditry. Robbo is the only one of the 4 who actually speaks with gravitas, insight, and decent analysis. This is a final of the most elite competition, high pressure and massive expectation. Who of these pundits has the experience at this level to be able to dissect the game? They should take a look in the mirror. You know you're good when you get criticised for winning a Champions League final against a notoriously defensive team by 1 goal instead of 3 goals. Talking about the context of the game when they finally got over the line for the first time is crazy. We've all watched enough football to know you don't always play your best game in the final. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I can't even lie. Bro, that was wild, mate. That I can't believe how negative they were there. I can't believe it. Bro, they must hate City, mate. They literally must hate us.
1-1. That's how
they must hate us. Let me type Man City in. Let me type Man City in. Get rid of them. Oh, what the hell is that about? I've just typed in City in it. I want to see what they're saying. See if they've done any other videos on us. See, I only like a couple of. I don't like listening to some of the others. Some of the others are waffling, innit? Some of the others are waffling. But yeah, they just waffle a lot, man. It's funny, innit? Because we can watch it. It's funny to watch because they just chat. They just chat crap, man. Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about. It's madness. It's crazy. ESPN is the worst when these English, Scottish, and Trini wanna English pundits chat rubbish week in, week out, says Ricardo. Hated a dud, now we at that tacky, says Melton. Jason Hanna says, hear them talk about Man United, it's even worse. What, they hate United as well? Is that what you're saying? Did they hate United as well? Yeah. They compared it to the home game with Drew. We're setting up more fun of it. Yeah, bro. Like, I don't mean funny, yeah, but obviously, like, at the end of the day, yeah. At the end of the day, it's a final, so I don't know what they're moaning about. Compare this to the video of when we lost to Chelsea. I'm trying to see something. Bro, it's a madness, isn't it? It's actually wild. I wonder if they did one when Liverpool lost the final to Real Madrid. Should we see? Liverpool lost UCL. Did they do one when Liverpool lost the Champions League? They must have done. When was that? When was the Real Madrid? When was the Real Madrid one? Yo, he's saying, bro. Oh, that's Saeed, bro. You wanted to watch that video I just watched, man. City won the Champions League. They were slagging us off. Oh, yo, chat. When did Liverpool get beat off Real Madrid like 3 years ago or whatever? Shout out Martin for the raid as well. When was that? When did Liverpool get beat off Real Madrid? When did Liverpool get beat off Real Madrid? What year was it? 2022. Right, we need to. So when was that? 3 years ago. Right, let's see if I can find it. Liverpool lost UCL Madrid. Let's have a look if we can find it. Mate, this would be wild. No, that's... ...2 years ago. No, that was not the final. Bro, this could be interesting if we could find this. Bear with us, chat. Bear with us, yeah. Try to find it, man. Here we go. Here we go. I think I found it. Full reaction to Real Madrid's Champions League final win versus... Aye, sorry, chat. We might have to watch this. We might have to watch this one. Let's see. They might be balanced, innit? They might be balanced, but I don't know. They could be balanced. Who knows? They might slag Liverpool off for losing. Yeah. They might slag them off.
Welcome into the latest edition of the ESPN FC on the day that Real Madrid won their 14th Champions League title, beating Liverpool by 1-0 in Paris. Ali Moreno, Craig Burley, Steve Nicol with us. We'll be heading to France a little later on the show to get the reaction from Frank Leboeuf and Stuart Robertson. But let's start, shall we, with the fact that Real Madrid, on their way to winning this title...
Oh, Real Madrid won 1-0 as well. So are they going to slag Real Madrid off? So on this one, I want them to slag Real Madrid off as well. Let's see what they say.
Beat Chelsea, PSG, Manchester City, and now Liverpool. Stevie, I'm drawn to you first.
I wonder why.
How are you?
I'm scratching my head, and I'm sure Klopp and the players at Liverpool and everybody else is wondering how they lost this game.
They didn't score.
See, look at you wee smarty pants Real Madrid ways.
No, isn't that not the fact?
Well,
no, you can hold it as well. Don't you try fucking start. You was giving it the big one as well, mate. So you can shut up, host.
Well, if you want a serious answer, the truth is the only way that Real were going to win this game was if the goalkeeper had a worldie, if they got a break, and if they actually scored with any scraps that they got. That was the only way they were going to win this game. And that's how it panned out. Because if you're Liverpool, with the amount of possession, and particularly the front three, you know, let's be honest, Alisson's had nothing to do. The back four did the job. The middle of the park did the job. The front three that we are always talking about how good they are, well, when it mattered most, they didn't produce.
Hello? It's almost as if in a final, the aim of the game is to win the match. Don't matter how you perform. Is that not right, chat? Is that not right? What the hell, man?
And that's why Liverpool have lost, because they spent, 45 minutes in the Real Madrid half. And if you do that, then you expect your playmakers, goal scorers, they have to perform. And they didn't. And they lost. They lost 1-0, as you correctly said. You've got to score a goal to win the game. Mm-hmm. And even the goal they lost wasn't even a decent bit of play. It was a shot at goal that was going wide that went straight to Vinny Jr. So everything fell right for Real Madrid.
He's so salty. He's so salty, man.
Madrid.
Craig Burley.
Well, if we think this is a bad way to win it, we might as well not have played the game, because it was always going to be the case. Every big team they've played, big elite team, it's been the same. But it's not Real Madrid's fault that Luis Diaz got muscled out by Carvajal, that the final ball, Liverpool's wasn't good enough, that Real Madrid have signed a keeper who's now showing the skill set that we know he can. You and I had a discussion at the end of the week with Julian Laurens about, there's a question asked on a segment that we did. At the moment, who would you take, Alisson or Courtois? And as good as Alisson is, both Julian and myself said Courtois, because he's been brilliant this year. I mean, absolutely brilliant. At times when Real Madrid have not been. And once again, he surpassed his form of this year with this performance tonight. But it's also not Real Madrid's fault that Trent Alexander-Arnold can't really defend a back post. He didn't even know Vinny Jr. was there. So when I was coming in today, I thought, right, is this about who deserves to win it? Because deserves is a word that's loosely thrown around.
Right.
But what does it actually mean? Because if it was about outplaying teams, if it was about creating chances, as I say, Liverpool deserved to win it yesterday. It's just about getting the job done.
You little fucker, rage baiter. You rage baiter. You rage. You rage. You fucking rage bait, bro. You rage bait. You. Bro, what the fuck? What the actual fuck, bro? Are you being serious? Are you being serious? Are you being serious? But I thought you had a duty, bro. I thought you had a duty to analyse the game and not go with the mainstream. That's what you just said on the other video. I thought you had a duty to analyse.
And I'm afraid Liverpool just didn't get the job done.
What was striking when Courtois made that save from Salah? We've got 10, 15 minutes to go.
Yeah.
You can always just see Liverpool just kind of go, it's not our night.
Yeah, like it's not going to happen. And contrast that to Real Madrid's attitude throughout the course of this competition. And you mentioned PSG and Chelsea and Manchester City. And think of the moments in which Real Madrid have been down and out. There's no doubt. That's it. They're done. No chance they're coming back. And they found something. Something magical, some sense of belief, something
magical. Can you believe it?
We can't quite explain. And they were there in the end to take advantage of whatever opportunities were presented to them by these teams that I just mentioned.
This is unreal.
Liverpool in those last 15 minutes where they could have shown that magic, where they could have shown that sense of belief, it was almost as if, yeah, you know what, guys? Today is not the day. And that's unlike Liverpool, because it's a high-spirit team, a high-energy team that towards the end, we're just throwing balls in the box and hoping that something happened, but not with a sense of belief that you would want to see from, a team that we like so much, that we enjoy so much because of the spirit that they show. And that spirit was gone late in the match.
I don't know so much about the spirit. I think at the end of the game, they're just clutching at straws and they're just throwing balls. You end up with your centre back playing centre forward. It's not unusual. Things are not going your way. You're flinging balls in the box.
Facts. This is a good point as well from video, yeah? Magical. When City did it, we got lucky, chat. Chat, we got lucky, apparently, when we did it. But Real Madrid did it. It was magical.
I certainly didn't at any stage get the impression that they had thrown the towel in. But I also didn't feel as though they were going to score.
Right.
Partly because there was a guy called Courtois in goal, and you just didn't see him getting beaten. And of course, by then, Real Madrid, as they've done from the start, were just managing to get a body in the way or get a header away or get a ricochet or whatever it may be. So, yeah, but I don't think they chucked it in. It was just desperation time.
I think the Naby Keita shot summed it up.
That's desperation time.
I don't know. He's a complex kind of player. I think he's a Marmite sort of character and player. You either like him for his energy or get frustrated by some of the things he does when he comes on or he plays.
Unbelievable.
But
this is how this is actually like legitimate analysis after a game is unreal.
Just thinking the modern game, we all talk about, and I'm not blaming Alexander-Arnold, but it's something that we've pointed out quite a lot. A lot of people have. It's a generalisation, not just the ball at the back post when he didn't even know he was there. But I think you look across the aisle at Carvajal, that experience, all the Champions League wins, one of the most informed players in Europe in Luis Diaz. Anybody that come up against him, he didn't give him a sniff. And I just feel, for all your attacking prowess, had that been him at the back post,
right,
he might have had himself in a better position.
Yeah, he did, but wasn't he fucking shit at Liverpool, Cater? I swear he was dead at Liverpool.
And I think that's the argument with Alexander-Arnold. It's gold dust going forward at times, but actually he's been defending better recently, one-on-ones in particular. Maybe not. I think that's his weakness when the ball's on the opposite side. That's his weakness. On one-on-ones recently, I think he's looked a lot better. But then you just look at getting over the line. You look at the defending of that back four, and particularly Carvajal today. He snuffed out Diaz, hence the fact Diaz got the hook.
And to your point, the fact that this was a matchup that coming into the game, you would have said, Luis Diaz against Carvajal. If you're a Liverpool fan, you're thinking, we have an advantage here. And
Carvajal's one of the fucking... I tell you now, the Carvajal disrespect is unreal. Carvajal, is one of the most underrated right-backs of all time. One of the most underrated right-backs of all time, Carvajal. Bro, this guy's a fucking class right-back, mate. Yeah? Class right-back. Bro, he was mint, bro. Carvajal was unreal. And this guy's saying that, we got an advantage because you got Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz. So you got an advantage over Carvajal. That is, again, that's just a L take.
We mentioned yesterday in the show that at some point Trent Alexander-Arnold was going to have to show some toughness, that there were going to be moments in which he was going to have to defend. And I have to imagine that a guy like Dani Carvajal, with all the success that Craig just mentioned, you know what? This whole week has been about what Luis Diaz is going to do. I've played in important games. I've won Champions League. I know the kind of player that I am, and to take the challenge on and to see it. And it was almost a personal thing for Carvajal that you could see. 1v1, no, you're not going to get past me. And I'm going to grab you, I'm going to push you, I'm going to shove you, I'm going to win the ball. And you saw that from many players on Real Madrid, that we'd like to talk about Liverpool coming in as the favorites, Real Madrid. Maybe absorbing pressure, maybe not playing that well, according to other people, but playing well according to what they wanted to do and how they wanted to win the game. And in the end, they did enough.
Well, Alexander-Arnold, as we've always said, when you play Alexander-Arnold as a right back and you ask him to defend, you're only doing it because you know what he does going forward way surpasses.
Why is he not complaining about Klopp then? Should he not be saying, was that the right decision? Because he did that when Pep did it with Akanji. So why is he not saying, did Klopp get this wrong? Did Klopp get this wrong, chap? Did Klopp get this wrong? Because he played Trent at right back in the Champions League final. Did Klopp get this wrong? Well, you said that about Pep. And by the way, Pep won the game. And the player that he played, Akanji, played the pass to Bernardo, who settled the goal.
The deficiencies he has defensively. Unfortunately, today, particularly in the first half, the amount of ball he got, because him and Vinny were playing cat and mouse, when he was trying to stay high, and the amount of balls that Alexander-Arnold had, there wasn't one he used well. And so when you're gambling on somebody who you know is going to hurt you defensively, but you're doing it because of what they do going forward, when you can't get the one you're supposed to do right, and you fall into the category of what you can't do, a la the goal, then that's what happens.
Two teams have come up short in this competition who I think we'd agree are better teams in Man City than Liverpool. I say better teams, better patterns of play, more dynamic, probably would beat Real Madrid over a certain amount of games, but on one-off games, they've came up, or in Man City's case, in 2 games, 180 minutes, they've came up short. And I think both have got the same scenario. They're not playing with a natural striker, right? Now, both have got away with it to a sense, and particularly Man City in the Premier League. Liverpool pushed them, and everybody was
We then signed. So basically, he said, yeah, City didn't play with a striker. We then signed a striker who scored 52 goals, and they still slagged him off.
Waxing lyrical about how Man City's is fluid. They don't need a striker. Well, they've just gone and bought Haaland. So clearly the manager disagrees. And Liverpool have done it very well as well with that 3. However, in the elite moments and big games when you might not get another opportunity and you have all that possession and you need to put balls in the box and they are defending deep, that's where an out-and-out striker, I think, is worth his weight in gold.
Just sniff something from nothing.
From nothing. And that...
You don't have that.
That, the front 5 is great.
But you'll get criticised if you score 52 goals in a single season, chat. Remember that?
And it is, and they can rotate, and City have done the same. But hey, they've gone out and bought the most informed striker in the world. Sure. Real Madrid went out and tried to get Kylian Mbappe to come and help Karim Benzema. He decided to stay in his little pampered land in France and win nothing with PSG. Go to a real club and see what winning trophies is all about.
Go to a real club. No, he didn't just say that. He didn't just go to a real club and see what winning trophies about. PSG just won the Champions League. Best team on the planet right now, PSG. This guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, bro. He has no idea. Everything he says is just a massive L every single time.
Real Madrid. He forgone that opportunity for the time being. But I just think, from Liverpool's perspective, that might have been the difference. A Harry Kane type character or somebody of that ilk who's playing in England might have made a difference.
Let's get some reaction then, shall we, from Paris. Alexis is with, goodness knows what Frank is wearing, and Stuart Robson as well.
No, these...
Frank is wearing his
They're boring.
Nice to see the French Henry Winkler anyway, isn't it? Frank coming to a Champions League final dressed as the Fawns. I must have, I disagree. I think it was Robbo. I must have been putting the kettle on. I must have had 10 cups of tea in that first half and missed Real Madrid playing through the press. At one point, I mean, in the second half, it happened more often, particularly as the game wore on, when Liverpool were putting people forward.
When Liverpool went behind, there was a couple, but nothing before that.
I mean, a few times in the first half, it was Liverpool 4, pushed 4 on, and they dropped it into Kroos and Modric a couple of times, and they just hooked it on. Yeah. It was once or twice, I think Valverde got in, but it didn't really cause any...
These just glaze the losers. Is that what they do? Whoever loses the Champions League final will glaze, and whoever wins it, we won't say anything positive about them, yeah?
Problem.
Although, to be fair, they did say Real Madrid got the job done, which is the aim of the game, to get the job done in the Champions League final. They didn't do that about City, though.
So Real Madrid didn't know how to play through the press. That was the problem. And
Slag Real Madrid
had them where they wanted them. Just couldn't finish them off, primarily because of their final ball and a brilliant goalkeeper.
They couldn't get out. How many times did we see Kanate fighting with Vinny Jr. or Benzema with a big high ball 40 foot in the air? That's all we saw in the first half. So again, I'm with Craig. Up until the goal, I mean, really, where were they playing from? Because you couldn't play out. You could argue whether Liverpool were that great the way they pressed, but they did press. But even then, they couldn't pass the ball out. They couldn't do it. They kept booting it. So I don't get that at all.
Well, we kept saying as we were watching the game that Real Madrid had to take the possession in the attacking half, and they weren't able to do that because they couldn't get out. And now they're dumping the ball up and hoping that Vini is going to somehow bring it down, somehow hold on to possession against Konate. That was never going to work. So I thought the role of Fede Valverde was really important there in that, okay, if you can't pass out and you're not...
Great comment. Why are they not slagging Benzema off?
Finding any success with the long ball because these guys are not going to hold it up, then you have to run away from the pressure, and that's where his athleticism came in at times. Not all.
Why are they not slagging Benzema off? Why not slagging Benzema off? Why not slagging Benzema off? All right, Tariq, bro. We've gone into the archives, my friend. We've gone into the archives. Oh, it's bad. It's bad. It's really, 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 really bad. Like, really bad.
All the time, but a time to relieve some pressure because he's able to run past people because of his ability to run. something that Real Madrid does not have through the midfield. They don't have an ability to run, just flat out sprint. Let's go get it. Let's show some pace. Well, he's able to do that. When he was able to then break through those lines, and then they're now combining in the attacking half, then we're talking about more of what was going on in the second half of the game, where Real Madrid seemed to be in more control than they were in the first half. Regardless, they were still giving up chances. Regardless, Courtois was still the man of the match. Yeah. Now, regardless, they still won it.
Yeah,
that's the thing that they're going to care about.
So how did they defend well? I'm finding it hard to get my head around it. And the more I think about the game, the more
these guys are jokers.
I'm thinking Liverpool are going to be thinking, how did we not?
You're thinking a lot.
How did we not beat this game?
When you think a lot.
How do we not win this game? How do we not beat this team?
Because you came up.
Because you can't. They didn't defend well. If your goalkeeper has a world day, plays out his skin, makes 2 unbelievable saves and 3 other great saves, how are you defending well?
I'm sure.
Surely that's not. Surely that doesn't. Well, is it me? Does that?
No, I know what you mean.
Is it me?
Well, I think what we should say is
the goalie's the best player on the field, but we defended really well. How's that?
That's so true. The standards for Haaland, mate, yeah, compared to everybody else is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Nobody else is compared like he is.
I think look, Real Madrid, I mean, fair play. You got Kroos and Modric. I mean, Kroos is younger, but still in his 30s. Modric is 36. Brilliant player. Casemiro does a great job. But there's no legs. There's just no legs in there, right? So I think you've got to give Ancelotti a lot of credit here. Look,
this fucking guy, man. You've got to give Ancelotti a lot of credit. But he was slagging Pep off for dropping Walker for Akanji when Akanji had a hand in the goal.
Real Madrid have become brilliant at what they do. What they're doing at the moment is not the Galacticos Real Madrid. He's gone in there, from a job at Everton that was going nowhere. I bet he couldn't believe it going back to getting this opportunity. But he's gone in, he's gone, right, we're not going to play like this tiki-taka Man City, the Barcelona. We can't do it with these players. We cannot do it. We haven't got the legs in midfield. What do I need to do? Keep Benzema on side, get a solid back 4, make sure I've got protection in front, work out who my best fullbacks are. Don't forget, Alaba started the season at left back. Right, then he went back into his preferred position these days at left centre back. How do you get the best out of Benzema and Vinicius Junior? He's done all of those things. He knows he can't play, and he knew he couldn't play some expansive game. But the way they've done it, and some of it's a little bit of luck, and some of it's good defending and great goalkeeping and brilliant finishing, just clinical. But he's realised that, and he's just managed the whole situation brilliantly.
Robbo's been listening to this whole conversation. Robbo, I feel you need a right to reply to what's...
It's just crazy how, they're just so bad.
Let me tell you, I know, fellas, delighted I didn't go to the game.
I have not been accused of any Liverpool bias or bias. But the one thing I would say,
the cameraman, you know what, they were on the ball.
Probably defending the supporters as well.
The one thing I would say is that yes, Benzema and Vinicius Junior really started to link up well, but that came about, in my opinion, that came about by the desperation of Liverpool, because
slagging the winners off again. Love to see it. Unreal, chat. Honestly, I can't believe some of the shit that I've been reading, listening to. It's unbelievable. It's honestly unbelievable. It's unreal. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I've just checked the comments, man. There's not really much going on, to be honest with you. Alfredo Di Stefano. You don't play finals. You win them. Facts. Who gives a shit? Yeah? Who cares, man? Unbelievable, chat. Unbelievable. Bro, how far back did the archives go, man? How far back did the archives go? You know what I mean? How far back? 8 years. 8 years of videos and archives to react to. Oh my God. Did they do one when Pep got appointed? Or no? Oh my God. Did they do a video when we got Pep Guardiola? Please tell me they did. That'd be easy. That'd be easy work. Did they do one when we got Pep? We'll have to check. I'll check tomorrow. I'll see tomorrow if they've done one. I'll see tomorrow if they've done one on Pep when Pep was appointed manager, or like after his first year or something like that. We'll see what he's saying. Yeah, I'll check in it. I'll check. But yeah, man, I'm gonna get off in it. I'm knackered. See what you guys are saying before I wrap up. God, that Chelsea game was devastating. Yeah, that Chelsea game, man, was so annoying. Find the Lyon game where Sterling missed. Yeah, we'll watch that. We'll watch that on the next one. Can't believe you've only did, bro. I'll be real, man. I'll be real. I've never seen this channel before until like 2 weeks ago. But I've never seen it. And then like I don't even know how I even came about it. I can't even remember how I come about it. If it just come up on my timeline or someone in the chat told me to watch a video on it or something. I can't even, to be honest, I can't even remember. I can't even remember. But that Steve Nichols has been on it since the channel was made 8 years ago. Should Man City be worried? These guys, man. Crazy. He's a good manager. I just don't think he can do it in the Prem. Nah, it's actually mad, isn't it? It's wild. It's wild. We suffer here. Mate, honestly, I can't believe how bad it is, man. It's bad. It is seriously bad. But yeah, I'll find some more videos. We can watch them over the next couple of days, innit? On the next streams. We'll watch some more. There's gotta be loads here where they've slagged us off. Little fuckers. Mahrez to Man City. Mahrez to Man City. Should we just watch this one quickly before we go? It's a 2-minute video. It's a 2-minute video.
That Manchester City have put in a bid for the Leicester City midfielder.
Yeah, well, as we know, Man City couldn't afford Alexis Sanchez at around £35 million, but they might have to pay. Well, Leicester are going to hold out for £90 million.
Bro, this fucking guy hates City so much. Did you just hear what he said? Did you just hear what he said?
City midfielder.
Yeah, well, as we know, Man City couldn't afford Alexis Sanchez at around £35 million, but they might have to pay. Well, Leicester are going to hold out for £90 million for Riyad Mahrez. I think they're going to struggle to get that, but he's got 2.5 years left in his contract.
No, you dickhead. City weren't going to give the guy 400 or 500 grand a week or whatever it was that United give Alexis Sanchez. That's why he went to United. Yeah, nothing to do with the fee.
Leicester's owners don't need to sell. They're quite wealthy. They're very determined to keep him. So, I mean, City might have to pay or offer around £70 million just to even get to the table on deadline day. And that's a big fee for a guy that can only play for the next 6 weeks before Leroy Sané gets fit again. So it's a strange move to make because City keep telling us they can't afford to sign this player or that player, but all of a sudden a player gets injured and bang, they go out and try and sign Riyad Mahrez. So I don't think that deal will get done. I just think there's too much at stake there for Leicester. It's such a big.
Oh, I think this was the one where we didn't actually sign him. We signed him the 6 months after. Am I right, chat? Or is this when we actually signed him? Because we tried to sign him and then we didn't sign him. We signed him 6 months later, innit?
Big deal for City to do. I think that one might just fall by the wayside on Wednesday.
What do you make of this, Greg? How hard do you push if you're Manchester City? Do you try and get this done?
Is this when we didn't sign him? Or is this when we signed? Because didn't we try and sign him in the January? And then we didn't get him and then we signed him in the summer.
At the right price. Otherwise,
But what is the right price anymore?
Well, I don't think it's 90 million or thereabouts. I'll tell you that for sure. The player, I believe, might be agitated if Leicester are making it clear that they don't want to sell. The player could try and agitate for the move. Whether that will help, I don't know. I love watching him play. He's a real talented player. But at the right price, he'd be a good player for them to bulk up an already big squad, but not at the kind of figures that have been mentioned. Why are you always pulling a face?
Because to me, this makes zero sense whatsoever.
What, buying a good player makes no sense?
No, but it makes zero sense for City right now.
What City? That's Leicester City and Man City.
No, for only one. Yeah. For Manchester City, it makes no sense.
Why?
It doesn't make sense in terms of the fact that Riyad Mahrez while he's fantastic, he's played very well. He plays in a completely different system, plays a completely different type of football.
Well,
if you're going to play in the sort of more pressing system that Pep wants to play, I don't think he's the right guy. I think he's now 26, 27 years old. To lock in that kind of money when you already have, even with Sane injured, you already have a wealth of alternatives who can play in wide areas. It's not as if Gabriel Jesus has been kidnapped by aliens. He's going to be back soon from his injury. You still have Raheem Sterling. Bernardo Silva can play on the other side as well if need be. It just doesn't make any sense. And also, but we can all mock Pep Guardiola and say, like, oh, look, you're pleading poverty. You've got tons and tons of money. But what he meant was they can't compete with Manchester United because they have a different business model and they simply make less money. But the financial fair play restrictions that they have to deal with are as real.
Mate, I think we're going to have a lot of fun on this channel. I can't lie. I think we're going to have a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Big time. Seeing some of the stuff that they're saying, man. Yeah, that guy's saying doesn't make sense to sign Mahrez. Wrong. You're meant to be an expert, no? You're meant to be an expert. It's crazy. Yeah, we'll have to find some more. There'll definitely be some more, chat. There'll definitely be some more, man. Oh, it's crazy. Right, big up to you guys anyway. I'm going to dip and I'm going to go to bed, man. I'm knackered. But yeah, smash the likes up. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Back tomorrow with some normal content. And then when I find some more of these videos, I'll do some more. That's a bookmark a minute. Talk Sport. I'll have to see if I can do Talk Sport. I don't know if Talk Sport copyright or not. I'll do a test tomorrow, Vinny. Talk Sport's a good one. They chat shit as well. I'll do a test tomorrow. I'll do a test tomorrow on Talk Sport. I'll upload a video and see if it gets copyrighted or not. Yeah. What's normal content? Where we're just actually talking about, say, like having proper conversations about players, manager, tactics, all that kind of stuff. Yo, big up Denton, man. I appreciate the gifted. All right, come on, bro. W's in the chat, man. Big up Denton. Appreciate it, man. What a guy. Legend. Right, big up to you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Smash a like. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.